screen. Right, thank you, our OC. Right, can you guys see the screen now? Okay,
Yeah.
yep, so welcome everyone to our SOP session delivered by TM and the steering team. Yay! So back in my region, so I'm Natalie from Hong Kong. So I'm the current MCVP TM. And before that, I was LCP and also LCVP OGV. Yay, very nice to meet you guys here. And we also have Sita.
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Sorry, my name is Sita, but my team calls me Valentine. You can call me Valentine if you want. Right now, I'm the MCVP TMOD from ISEC in Paraguay, but I'm originally from Panama. So I'm very excited to do this session. This is my first session for AP, so I hope you enjoy it a lot. So we can start.
Yay. Nice. So how about let's have a very quick check-in. So just have a very quick country check-in so you can put down your country on the checkbox and shout out to your countries. Okay? Come on. Yay. Hi. Yeah, India, Vietnam. Who else do we have? Nice. Happy to see everyone from AP. Is it also evening for you guys? I guess so. Yeah. Have you guys have dinner? Good. So I hope your energy level is still here and you can turn on your cam and join us if you are good with it. Okay. So our session will be about the experience. So we are not just here to tell you about how our new membership experience will be like, but how do we as a TM can add values into this experience in a new perspective. So I hope you guys will join me in this session and just feel free to ask any question, ask us to pause for a while if you have anything you want to clarify. And first, we start with why do we need to redefine the whole experience? Why do we need to talk about SOP? So think about when we are like a members or when we are team leaders, what are something that we feel most excited or feel most being empowered? So certainly will not be the trackers, maybe it's the conference, but actually what connect us and what differentiate our experience is the moment that we talk to our team leaders, the moment that we feel we are being together fighting for the same goal. And all these empowered moments, they come from having a good team, having clear JD. And these are what we have been doing as a TM, right? So we try to gatekeep all these things. And so even with a new experience, we are making sure that these things will still happen. So we make sure these non-negotiable is not going to be lost. And this is the reason why we have this new, we have this session with you guys to see how SOP, how standards can be implemented into different stage of this experience, okay? So I hope you guys are still remember all these things that you have learned from previous session. So I will have a very quick recap with you guys. Just feel free to refresh your mind. So first thing first, in the new members experience, we are going to break it into three period of time. So first package will be a short-term one, and there will be different short-term experience like CC or a task force with our members. And in the medium experience, we are going to have it for our members, for our team leaders, and they will be going into their function, mastering their skills and having their own team to be comfortable with. And for the long-term experience, it's going to be our EB. So they will still be the guardian and also the leaders of this entity for 12 months. So that's the 3 period of time of these experience. And so even no matter how long the period of time is, we are going to have one set of standards and also minimum that we are going to implement to make sure the experience happen well. And so after we are changing into this experience, what we are hoping to see is that we are not just providing an experience for members, but we are providing them a personalized, relevant, and measurable experience, which means that we hope that they can actually pick their department, they can choose their package according to their interests, according to their understanding towards leadership, according to how much they think they're capable to actually take care of this experience. process. So this will be how we provide them a choice, while we as a TM, we are still the facilitator behind the whole thing. And now we are not just TM VP, we are also product VP. And moving on, as a product VP, you must know that there's something that we need to provide as deliverables. And these deliverables, they are no longer just calling TM process. Now they have become MX standards, the members experience standard. We see things in how these things can be delivered so that we benefit our customers. We make sure our customers become members, become leaders in their future, right? So this is why we have the MX standard. And so a very quick recap here. Anyone still remember membership standard? You can just type on the chat box, right? Okay, yes. Thanks, Eddie. Your nod is very powerful. Okay, so for these standards, we are dividing them into social sphere, work sphere, and also physical sphere. And in these three circles, it means that we hope that there will be interaction in between the members. We are making sure that they can meet new people during the experience and also have clear JD for their work. And so inside these three cycle, we are going to have 6 aspects of standard that we are providing them. So some of them are overlapping in between each other, because you will see that it's actually about how we shape the community, plus what are the behaviors that's happening inside a team, so that we can co-create experience for our members. So I think this is also very easy for to understand as a TM side. So what are something that I need your fresh mindset for this whole team standard is, we are not just doing things from a TM side, we are actually defining the touch point according to what our customer, what our members will go through. And then we put it into timeline to deliver it timely. So going into the timeline, we are having these standards, and how do we actually take action to implement them? We need the SOP. So SOP, it means the standard operating procedure. And just a very quick question here. Anyone think that TM also have our SOP before? So you can type yes, no, or what exactly you're referring to. Yeah, anything that you think that is actually also called SOP. Yeah. So what might that be? Even though we don't have these process or materials before, what might also be the SOP in TM? Right, yeah, I think TM process, the standard, get keep development, they are also the SOP. So that's why when we are thinking about the SOP right now, or the whatever thing you're going to see later on, they are not like big difference or we are changing it all over again, but instead we are repackaging it and to understand that how we deliver it in the right way. Yeah, so that's why for the SOP that you're going to see, they will be the global minimums. So making sure that the essentials are being delivered. So let's see. Back then, when we have a TM process, for example, in the GET process, we have all these things implement. So we make sure that we understand the persona of people that we want to see and want to find in our entity. Then we plan out attraction, and then we do interview. Then we also have the onboarding phase, like conferences or team meetings. So for these things, they are still going to happen. And now we are putting it into a transition phase. So if you still remember, there is 3 phases of our experience. So transition phase, transformation, and also advancement. So you will see it repeatedly later on our activity as well. So for example, in transition phase, we are still having these things happening. So talent planning is still something that TM will lead, but then the team leaders, the EB, they will have a bigger role in discussing what should be the dynamics, how should we showcase our membership experience, while membership experience is no longer that we are recruiting our officer, but actually we need to package it into an attractive product. So when you sell it out to our customer, they will know that it's a good product for leadership development. So that's why we need to have brand attraction and so on. So in every single stage you see on this page, they are still happening as usual. TM is still going to cater that, but our members are no longer just people that we are recruiting to work in a function, work in a department. They are our lead, and then they apply, they become applicants, and we go through all the process with them, just like how you do it in outgoing exchange. And this is the way that we are delivering it in the new MXP SOP. So every package in every cycle, you're going to happen it once again. So for how to implement that, how to actually make it happen, if you have any question like this, please feel free to jot it down. We can go through them at last. But what I would like you guys to have in your mind right now is there's nothing really big changes from what a TM usually do, but there is a lot of communications that we need to align. So we're making sure that we are not just thinking as a TM, but also as a product VP, and making sure that we're delivering things for our customers. So that will be how our SOP be changing. All good, right? Yep, so I will move on with the standard. So after mentioning about what is the importance of having SOP, so how do we actually visualize it in a timeline? So if you remember in exchange product, you always have a peak of time. And there is a time that when you go to exchange, you're called realize. So you're inside the realization. So now it's the same thing. So after being accepted, when they have gone through the probation period, they will really become our members. Then they are being in the approval stage. And when they started their first day of work, and the function is called realize. So this is pretty easy to understand. And so when you started your work, when the members really become our members in the entity, we will start to deliver all the standard for them. So remember the 3 spheres that we mentioned. So these are the standard that we are going to deliver, including delivering the JD, the transition, onboarding, and education cycle. And so in other stages, we are also making sure that they have engagement activities, they have communication channel. So they are not just here individually, they have a team, and we will ensure all this engagement happen as well. And coming into realization, the biggest part of their experience is actually the hands-on work, right? So we also have to support like a backbone, just like before, to ensure the team engagement, performance, and development is there. And so that we can encourage them to go through even further pathway in ISAC to finish and complete. And so I think I'm done talking on what is the then standard and SOP. So now it's time for you to kickstart your brain. So really think about how SOP can be like in our new experience. So before we go to that, I'm going to give you one last example. So first, anyone have been in OSI or any ISI exchange department before? You can type. Yeah, so any of you have been in exchange product? Oh, nice. I'm in OGV as well. Oh, yeah, I mentioned in the introduction. Yes, okay. Yeah, right. So I think some of you has been in GV, and yeah, probably GT as well. Oh, a lot of OGV. That's a surprise. Okay, so if you have been a GV or GX product VP, then you must know that what is exchange standard, right? So I can for sure tell you that I'm being asked to recite what are the standard during my pre-screen. So, so every product VP, they has a very big ownership towards their standard SOP, because that's the Bible that they're upholding to make sure things are delivered in the right way. So it's the same thing right now for us. So we are not just catering the members, we are making sure that first we have a quality experience. Then they can have all those interaction, all those empowerment to make sure they learn leadership. So in exchange standard, under each standard, there is certain action to be happen, and inside each stage of the customer flow, there are actions that incoming side and outgoing side need to happen. So there are minimum JD, a minimum SOP, also strategic SOP. So now for TM is the same. We are not just working with one department, we work with every department. So everyone in a leadership role, no matter you are EB or TL, you will also have to deliver the action together. So these SOP, they are the global minimum to make sure that our actions are unified across all entities in ISAC, while these standards can be delivered in a right way for our members. So that's how SOP coming out for us. And moving on, Sita will guide you guys through more about how MX SOP is being born. And so you can listen to a few of example before we move on to the activity.
Yes, perfect. Well, you receive a lot of information right now. So for the first thing, probably in this moment, you're thinking like, okay, this is a lot of things that I need to process. This is a lot of information. And yes, it's a lot of information. Right now, you are a product, so you need to think like a product. When you was OGV, OGX, IGV, whatever, you think like a product. Well, put that brain again on your mind. I don't know. Think like that again, because right now we are working as a product and we need to think like that. And if we are delivering a product, oh, we lose the presentation. We see your WhatsApp. Oh, sorry. Well, we can continue. If you need to think like a product, because before we have all of this, we have some process, we have some checklist that we need to complete. But right now, there's not only a checklist, there's not only process and that's it. We need to deliver the best experience and a personal experience for our members. So on the first part, on the transition, you have the lead applicant accepted. Please put these words on your mind, because we are not longer doing like, okay, only retention, only productivity. No, we are a product, so we need to think like a product. And then at the end, we have the onboard and capacity building, so the approved part. As you see on the timeline, we have a lot of things to do on the approved part, and probably you think, this is not new for me, this is not something that I can change everything. You need to change the way you deliver. Probably is the same for you, but we need to change the way, because we need to personalize the experience. Right now, we are developing leadership for the world, for ISEC. So we need to change the way we deliver to make this experience more personalized. Then on the other point, we have the membership experience standards, onboard, and capacity building. So here's again, there's nothing so new for you, because we have the first, the job description, right? We have the job description and we have the PDF for the members and whatever, but you need to make your members be very clear what are the things they need to do, and if they are developing themselves with that JD. Before all of this, we give them the JD and we hope that you deliver that. We hope that you develop yourself, amazing ISEC experience. But right now you need to change that, and you need to make your member be comfortable with your JD. You need to align everything with their personal development plan, and you need to evaluate them. Because if you evaluate the personal development plan, you will know what your members want, what the members need for develop more leaders on ISEC. So be clear that this is something, probably the same words, but the way we deliver needs to change. And some important things here is the education cycle we deliver. The education cycle, there's not always, we don't have always the best measurable or the best numbers, right? But we need to find the way to make this more attractive, more engaged to them. We have a lot of members that are very young. In my case, I have to educate people from 18, 20 years, and I'm 25. In 1 month, I will be 26. And it's very confused for me. The way I educate myself, or I find the education, is not the same for them, because they like probably TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. And I'm not a TikTok person, but I need to find a way to make them feel so related with the education we deliver, because you don't need 1 hour of education if you are very focused on what are the messages you want to give. You only need 30 seconds. If you see TikTok, you only need 30 seconds for engage with somebody, is dancing and that's it. So if we generate these things on ISEC, we're gonna deliver amazing members and amazing leaders for ISEC and for the future. And then we have what kind of SOP we need per package. Yes, We need SOPs for team members, for team leaders, and executive board, because all this experience will be personalized and we will have people on that. So those people need to feel that the experience are the best experience they can have or they can develop in the organization. Probably you are listening, I love this word, experience, experience, experience. And true, experience is the way, experience, how we gonna give experience, good experience, good development experience for our future leaders and for the leaders we have right now. Next, please. And then on this part, we have the TM process versus the membership experience SOPs. So for the team members, the 6 months, when it's approved, define the onboarding timeline, align it and communicate with TLs, not only with TLs, communicate with everybody that are engaged or related to this, because this is a process of communication. Education, onboarding, timeline is communication. If you want the best process for your entity, you need to communicate to all the people are involved with this. Review members' competence with their department leaders, not only the competence we know that we can deliver. Be creative, find more competence, or ask the people that you deliver what competence you would like to learn here on ISEC. Be creative. Set a members development plan and deliver the education cycle. Education, probably you will be agree with me, education will save us from all the struggle we have on the world. So if you are part of that change, do it in a better way and give them the best experience you can have. Oh, that's a very nice comment. Thank you. And then from the team leaders part, we have the first one-to-one with personal goal setting. And the thing that I would like to say this, like, don't have one-to-ones. It's on like a question, answer, and that's it. Have a nice conversation with your member. Probably with this nice conversation, you will get more information if you only ask and answer something. Review team dynamics and receive and deliver functional induction based on the framework for ELSI. And I read this because you need to adapt the information that you will deliver or will you give to your LCs. It's not the same information for you as MCVP from the EVs, from the TN, from the TLs. It's not the same information. It's not the same induction. You need to find a way to make them feel good and related to the information. It's so important. So remember that. And for the last, um, EVs or 12-month experience when it's approved, deliver onboarding education for members and TL education cycle. Again, the education part is here. So remember that. You will remember me. I know that. Review the experience, EV personal and team goal setting. Something that I'm always telling my members here in Paraguay is you have an EV role, but you have a role as a person on your team, and you need to find your goals for that. Because if you work on a personal way, you will like more ISEC. But if you only work for ISEC and approvals or whatever, you will not like it. So enjoy that, be part of that, and have first team meeting and one-to-one. The first team meeting, a lot of people doing some crazy dynamics or try to do something special because they want to see that, oh, I'm the leader, so I will do something magnificent for them. Don't do that. Just do something that your people will feel good in a safe space and being related with the information that you will develop. Next, please. And then every role needs a specific support. So that's the reason you are having this support in this moment, and you will have the Membership Experience Academy. Please do the Membership Experience Academy. I will finish my role, but I will do it too, because this information is not only for ISEC, it's for life. The world is changing to this methodology. So if you understand this, probably if you want to have your or into your own experience. I don't know what you want. If you have to be the boss of your whatever. So understand this, because the world is moving to these crazy things. And we need to be able to deliver it in a personalized way. You need to personalize their experience. It's so important for that you keep that on mind. Next, please. And then we will have an activity for you because amazing, Sita is talking, Natalie is telling so many information, but this will be an activity for you to work and understand a little bit more how is this process. So you will be divided on 2 or 3 groups for each process. I will explain you the spreadsheet in a moment. There's the link. I think we can share the link here for you. We will have 20 minutes for this activity. Let me see if I can send
Let
to
me share
you.
the link later. You can go on with the spreadsheet.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Ari, for send the link. Then you will have this activity, and the first part you will see the experience cycle. So this is okay. We will send you the right one. I will explain to you, and then we can continue. So we have the experience cycle in this first part, and you will see some question, and you need to answer that questions based on the group are you part from, and based on this part that it say talent planning, brand attraction, selection, allocation, and one on board. It's important for you to know that not all of you will work on the same thing. Some of you will work on transition, another will work on transformation, and another's will work on advance. But you will see that you have the questions. You see there's a lot of things there. This is an example for you to guide. What are the things that we need to put on that part of the activity, and be very wise because we will use this information for create the other parts and for create the membership experience academy too. So be very wise and have a very good and nice conversations with the people you will be under groups. At the end of the activity, we will share a little bit. So choose one of your team because we will share a little bit of the nice conversation we will have. So I don't know, Natalie, if you need to
Yeah.
explain anything else, or we can start the activity.
Yeah, I will not keep you guys waiting here. So we can have the breakout rooms open now. So we will have around 18 minutes for the whole activities. Then we will come back for sharing. See you guys soon.
Sissy can help you with the breakup rooms.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I'm doing.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. How's your conversation? Is the activity good for you guys? Okay. Yeah. I see there are many output from you guys. Any one of you want to share with us about what you have discussed so far? We can have 2 people sharing with us, probably. Anyone would like to go first? You can just unmute yourself and I will show the output of your group. Anyone? Don't be shy. I see thumbs up just now. How about...
I think I can share.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
thank you
from
so
group
much.
2.
Go, go, go.
That's my
Group
supportive
2.
teammate.
This one, right? Transition.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
All right. So for the talent planning, right, under the our customer, we actually didn't really write out anything. It's because basically they don't need to do anything as members because they are just waiting to be engaged, right? Yeah. So we didn't put anything for that. And moving on for team leader is that they need to define the talent profile, or we can call it persona setting, and they also need to research the market to see which market pool they want to market. And for EB, they need to define the structures and also define how many HR get they want to recruit. Yes, so basically that's for the talent planning. And move on to the brand attraction. For our customers, they need to join the information seminar, or actually they can get any resources or any promotion material from the online research. And also basically they can just Google what is Isaac all about, and then they just, get to know more about Isaac. And after that, for team leaders, they also can, oh yeah, they also need to make the final decisions whether they need to apply or not. Yes. And for team leaders, they need to execute the attraction posters, needing to do the poster and send it to post it in their ICOM. And they also need to create a touch points with the youth joining the booth or even the seminars. Basically, they are the one who are introducing what is Isaac. So for EB level, they need to build up the attraction plan, also track the implementation. Yeah, for selection, yes, our membership need to join the assessment, either the group assessment or individual assessment, and then also they need to wait the result announcement. For both EBs and team leader, they need to join the assessment because they need to execute, and also they need to select the right profile and announce the result. And lastly, for onboarding, for customers, right, they need to join all those functional trainings, and they need to do the LDA assessment from the XPA. And after that, if they approve, they maybe become our, probations period. Yeah. And for team leaders, they need to have a first goal setting in O2O. And then lastly, for EB is just to to facilitate the session during the induction or conduct any functional training. Yep, that's all from two.
Nice work. Thank you so
I,
much.
I would like to add in some point from my group.
Sure.
I think from the team leader, they will have one more actions is to track the performance of the newbies in the probation time to understand whether after probation they can become a full member or not. So I think we will add in one more action is tracking the performance management from the team leader.
Good point. Yeah, I was just about to say, I think a few of the SOP are really nice. For example, defining the HR gap, track the implementation, and also reviewing team dynamics. Like these are also good answer because I think the one thing to clarify and add on here is that even though for members before they really get into entity, before they pass the interview, those action that we are going to deliver them probably include, like you said, the information seminar, probably some materials about talent persona, and also any other process that we need to define for the attraction as well. So these are some touch points that we are going to happen so that we can attract our customer to join us. And so for the SOP for team leaders, they should include a lot of checking and also a lot of defining the definition procedure as well. So well done for this group. And anyone else would like to share? I think some of you work on transformation, right? Can we have one sharing from transformation group? Anyone is unmuting yourself?
Yes, so me and Eddie worked on this. I'm from
Nice.
Nisha from Bangladesh. We were a bit confused, but we still tried our best. So for talent engagement, we wanted to set the expectation for the team first, because without the right expectation and we won't be able to deliver a customized or personalized experience that we are supposed to deliver. And then we added some fun engagement parts from the from the EB as well as a team leader, because we are supposed to deliver them an experience not only based on just education, but we want them to enjoy this experience as well. So that, and for performance, we wanted to we wanted to conduct feedback and chat with members for leadership development in O2O setting, and delegate tasks based on the members' development plan, understanding what they want to achieve through their journey, and then delegating the task appropriate for that, and then having an effective R&R which they could relate, and R&R which will be enough for us to motivate them, and develop, conduct feedback and chat with members for leadership development with O2O settings with all members. And for talent development, we had access. We want them to give access to the learning material when they're starting their term, and then have the right routine planning, and coaching frameworks based on the personas. So we will do the sensing as well in the last like performance part, and then we will after the sensing we want to coach them according to their personas, and then we want to host summits and summit for TLs and boot camps for EVs. So that is the summary from our work. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like the diversity of your answers. Basically, all channels that any type of touch point is also included in this answer. Really well done. And I think as the SOP, we mentioned that we are delivering for the customer and we are thinking from the perspective. So one thing that we can remember from MXP SOP is that we are not making it into a chunky, a long PDF. Instead, we are putting it maximum 3 actions that you are going to execute. So make it simple and concrete. So for example, we mentioned, if you mention coaching framework here, probably we'll make it even more concrete as in there should be 1 coaching session every month from the EB to the team members. Okay, this is an example. So this will be the clear action step that should happen from a certain role to our members to gatekeep their experience. And that's how our SOP work. And are there any questions? And you can just feel free to drop it here. And really nice work, and we are going to actually take reference from what you guys have been creating, and so we can add it into our SOP, and your work will really pay off. And so this is the activity. And moving on, what I want you guys to remember by the end of the session is that when our customer get in to our funnel as a lead, they are no longer just members that we are recruiting as our officer, but they are also lead. They get the chance to choose which department they want to go, which product they want to go for, which experience. And so from applicant until complete, it needs a lot of nurturing stage from the Isaacer as well. And that's why TM, no matter before or right now, in different standard, different SOP, you still have a very strong role and a very strategic position of you to make sure these things are downscaled, happened, and communicated clearly with your EB. So moving on in the upcoming journey, your role will be make sure that you go into all academy to understand the SOP, raise discussion with your commission, so have expectation setting so that they can digest all the information step by step. And when we are having SOP, having standard, make sure we you can implement all this thing with them with a clear alignment, clear timeline, so you can adapt it into your own way. And there are some final CTA that Sita will guide you guys through.
Yes, well then, this is the last part of the session, and the first thing is the importance of synergy to make it work on synergy, because you are not alone on this. And if you used to be an operations, you know that we need to work on synergy to make things works in a proper way. Next. Review this activity. We have a lot of good conversations and a lot of insight. So review this activity. You will have the output of this on your mail, or you can have access. So review this and analyze the other idea your teammate has, because probably there's something that you can adapt to your entity. Next. And complete the membership experience academy. This is the third the third time I say this, because this is so important for you, because if you understand everything, you can deliver a good experience for your entity. So please complete the academy. The academy, I don't know the exact probably on June, because June is tomorrow. um, Probably in the middle of June, those days, but we will tell you. See your mail, you will have the information. Try to think like a TM, TL, or an EV for create something they feel related. It's important to think like them, because you will give them a personalized development experience. You will not deliver a ISEC experience and that's it. No, a personalized development experience is a different way that we will give to our members an experience. So you need to think like them, and in case you would like, you can talk to them too. Like, don't do this alone, because all of us will be part of this change. And the last one is education for your network. Educate them, educate yourself, educate your MC. Is so important that your MC will be educated on this. I will tell you, this is an advice for you. Please, if you want to run a membership strategy, if you want to run a change management, if you want to run everything, you need to put your MC in the same level as you on education about this project, because membership is a product right now, and all of us need to be very aware about the changes, because if we are not aware, we will do crazy things and we will do whatever, and this session will not happen in a proper way. So please put your MC in the same level as you of education, educate your commissions, educate all the stakeholders you will have, because this thing will help you a lot with the change management process, the implementation process, and the execution process, and for the last, the results we want. So
Yeah.
that's it for us from today. I hope you enjoyed this session, and it was a pleasure for me to deliver this session for you. So thank you.
Yay! Thank you so much. So, as a AP person, I really know the pain that we want exact timeline. We want the materials to be here so we can talk. So, no worries. I already scheduled a talk with my MCP and also upcoming elect. So, I'm also going to deliver it like briefly in my transition camp. So, you can take reference and you can do the same. At least have some expectations set with the current slide. Then you can take this output, and when the academy out, they will be like, I know this before, so it will be easy for implementation. Okay, so that's the end from us. And remember, we are always the momentum. We are here to drive the changes to happen, no matter how hard they are. No worries, you can just always feel free to text anyone on the Telegram to reach out, and you will get answers. All right, so that's the end of our